Welcome back to Pipsville. With episode 3, there's a couple of things that I am wanting to focus on. First, updating some of the intersections that are connected to the highway, so specifically this one right here, allowing for traffic to flow a little bit more smoothly into this downtown area that has currently low density. Second, developing this farmland for the specialized industry, looking at the fertile land and where it is located and how those different industry or specialized industry buildings are going to work and where best fits, incorporating some manufacturing and warehouse buildings before navigating back to focus on the commercial and residential area right in here. With that highway intersection, some of the roadway network is going to need to be redone, so I'm going to call a little bit of a redo or a mulligan on those particular roads. I'm hoping to use this Vermont Street as the main thoroughfare to the highway and to the other side of this peninsula over here where our geothermal plant is located. So some of these roads are going to remain, some of them are definitely going to be changing. So without further ado, let's get started with step 1, that highway intersection. For the intersection itself, I really like the idea of utilizing this single point interchange. I know that with where it is placed right now, it will go over the top or it will intersect with the railway network. So one of the things I'd like to do is just kind of scooch it out a little bit more and then have it come winding back over. Prior to moving the highway, I'm going to get rid of this side, so between this road right here and this overpass for the highway, I'm going to get rid of that so that we can rework that roadway network as we come across the highway. Now that I've got this highway interchange over here, specifically the single point interchange, I am going to start developing the farm industry over here with the specialized buildings as well as some of the industrial zones themselves. I really like working with this farming zone, and I also have, so both of these are a mod. I have one for farming zones as well as for clean industry and warehouses. I do like incorporating those in. Sometimes they don't always register with the demand itself, so I do need to always keep an eye on the demand bars as I'm adding those in. Because I currently have the game paused, I'm wanting to get all of these different things in before I get too far and kind of lose money in regards to the services and taxation and budgeting. I do know that if I don't get these things in, my deficits are going to increase big time for grain, livestock, vegetables, as well as the cotton. So those are the different ones that I'm going to start with. What's really nice about the specialized industries, if you haven't played City Skylines before, or City Skylines 2, is that the livestock farming doesn't actually need to be placed on fertile land. So when I'm placing my livestock farming, if I hit I can turn on my natural resources toggle viewer or info viewer. And I know that this whole area down here is a space that I can place in livestock and still make a product or make my product and not waste the space that all of this fertile land is, which is where my grain, vegetable, and textile farming or cotton farming would be located. These 4 little sections right here, I'm thinking I'm going to leave for some residential leading into commercial and park areas. That way there's a transition from the city to the farming or industry, and they're not going to be butted right up against each other. Before I get really started on placing that industry, I do need some roadway networks. So I'll take a few moments and begin to organize this space with those different areas in mind. Well, that's all I have time for today. Next time we'll keep on building up on the residential. I'm liking the UK kind of mixed with the Japanese and Chinese pack. I think that the vibe is pretty interesting. I did go ahead and spend all those development points once I had gotten into that 5th level of Tiny Town. You can see that my industry and my office demand are coming up again. So we're going to be getting into that a little bit more next time. My population's at a decent place, and my budget is definitely still in the positive. When it comes to production, I'm definitely going to be working with the grain and vegetable. When it comes to production, the grain and vegetable production is where I will focus my time at the start of our next episode. So that will be up above that 2-lane, 2-way roadway up here. So right above Barlow Street is where all of that fertile land is located. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and if you did stay for the entire video, thank you, and I hope that you had a good time. Until next time.